What's going on, folks? It's Kspadetheprospect, aka the Big Blue Chevy driver, you know, sometimes referred to as the YouTube MVP. And who I got with me today, man?
What's going on, everybody? It's the man of the hour, QJB, aka Cleveland. What's going on, y'all?
So, guys, you see what we got here. Man, can it get any better? You got the Clash of the Titans. You got K-Spade versus Neal Bridges. You got Kspadetheprospect and QJB. And you got a dual com and the fourth quarter. I mean,
don't get no better than that.
It don't get no better than that. It really, the only way we can make this better is to put a couple titties in there. Be all in. But, yo, the third quarter just ended. We've seen Neal Bridges make a buzzer beater at the end of the second. Basically a buzzer beater at the end of the third. And all the momentum is on the New Orleans Hornets right now. So, Q, starting this video off, man, everybody wants to know, how did we pull this off? Are we online? What's going on here?
Man, we are not online. I know a lot of people asked. They were wondering how we did this. And we actually played this game in person. And let me tell you what happened. Y'all know I live in New Orleans and Hurricane Isaac came through. So I had to evacuate. And I ended up in Georgia. So I hit up Spade like, yo, we were supposed to play this game anyway. We couldn't figure out how to do it. That's why it's taking us so long to get it to you. And we met up. We got on the 360, downloaded our players from the 2K share, and put them on the right teams. And here we are, yeah.
I mean, and it's simple as that. Like, when Q came over, I was like, well, you know, what you want to do? Let's game. So he's like, man, let's go ahead and knock this game out. So even though I had put myself on 2K share, I didn't even have myself downloaded. So quickly we downloaded him and his roster. Because you see we got, who is that? Austin Rivers and Uni Brown. We got his whole team here. So we downloaded myself. And, you know, we got to it. And we talked about this. But this is the purest form of competition. You know, even though I love online battle, you always got to compensate for a little bit of lag, or maybe, you know, you never know what you're going to face online. But this is head-to-head, no lag, just old school, man, like I grew up with.
Yeah, man, and this, I got to say, this was probably the most fun I ever had, playing head-to-head, no lag. We're on player lock, so, you know, we're controlling my player pretty much. And it's just great playing head-to-head, like he said. If you're playing with a homeboy, you ain't got to worry about people cheating and, you know what I mean, trying to fight you. Well, some people fight, but you know.
There's definitely none of that here. So a lot of people ask this, why didn't we just put the fourth quarter in the video? Because we don't want to give you guys a super long video. Actually, it's a few reasons, but here's the big deal. The game didn't even really start to the fourth quarter. Everything you saw previous to this, I guess it was just a warm-up. So with all the momentum on the Hornets, Neal Bridges being more aggressive and more assertive in the fourth, and K-Spade being in foul trouble, this made for that epic moment, that game that people remember right here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, exactly. And you notice this game is not on our regular channels either.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You want to talk about why it's not on their Spade?
Well, that's crazy. So you made the trailer, which was epic, might I add. So the Clash of the Titans trailer came out a while ago. And at the beginning, it said FHE presents. And I only got one comment on my channel like, FHE, what is that? So did anybody mention it on your video?
I don't even think so, yo, to be honest with you. And I thought more people would have caught that. Like, what the world is FHE? You know what I mean?
Just went right over people's heads. So basically, FHE is Full House Entertainment. That's a whole nother story, and we'll get into that at a later date. And that's a really big announcement. But we're definitely going to break down what we intend to do with this. I think the obvious thing you know is it includes K-Spade and QJB, so I don't mean this to sound arrogant, but that already makes it sound good. It sounds good to me. It excites me as I get my fifth foul of the game.
Fifth foul? You see I'm taking it strong to the paint.
I didn't even do nothing. I just stood there. That's crazy. You see Neal playing to the camera, man. That dude is a beast.
Man, it's crazy. Like, I really feel like Neal Bridges is a real person. Like, this dude has a personality. He got his own theme song. You know what I mean? It's
Yo,
crazy.
you feel like he's real. Try guarding the guy. Like, I had to guard this guy this game. I feel like he's real. The crazy thing that people don't realize, I had somebody that asked me, do you think you're better than QJB? And I said, I always say this, and I tell anybody this. As far as playing my player, me personally, I think Q is the best my player person. He's better than anybody. That's my opinion. Somebody may or may not agree, but I don't really, we talking about my opinion. The dude averaged a quadruple double, y'all. He averaged a quadruple double. That's crazy.
And people always ask me, how am I so good? How do I get better? And man, like, it really just comes down to playing the game. And I tell people I've been playing these games, the 2K series, since '99 when the first one came out. So I have a feel for the game already. And just, I was in the gym, shoot around, trying to learn the moves, looking at tutorials, doing this and that, trying to build my character up, because I know there's a lot of people out there playing my player, and I needed to find a way to stand out. So I was like, if I'm a beast at the game and add, some...
Let's go!
Terry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I got excited about that. But it's funny you mention that, because a lot of people don't know how close you and I are. Once again, we'll get into that later. I don't want to take too much away from this game talking about other things, but I remember when 2K12 came out, I remember talking to you on the phone, and you was like, dog, I'm in the shoot-arounds, I'm learning all the dribble moves, I'm learning how to, like, a lot of people play this game, and they're pretty good at it, and they just wiggle the stick and hope for the best, but that's not you at all. Like, you really learn the moves. You pull moves off on command. It's not an accident. You know exactly what you're doing out here.
Yeah, and that's one reason I'm so excited about 2K13, since we had a total control and the skills. I'm really gonna find a way to combine the best skills with the player I'm trying to build. And I'm telling everyone, I'm trying to make a Neal Bridges into an annoying bully. So that's what I'm going for. So if you see me on the Blacktop, I know people are going to be mad at me.
So if anybody didn't know, Neal will definitely be back for 13. Of course, KSpade will be back for 13. I showed you guys the video where, he's still in college. So he's got a whole career ahead of him.
So Spade, even though I know you're the biggest crew fan out there, so what do you think about the 3-on-3 Blacktop they're giving us this year?
I got mixed feelings about it. I'm excited because, like I said, I'm an online warrior. That quote comes from my homeboy Nate. Like, I don't get much pleasure out of just pummeling the computer. I mean, it's fun for a while, but after a while it gets repetitive. Playing online, you get a chance to, every game is different. You got to adapt, and it makes you a better player. However, I am concerned because I don't know how 3-on-3 is going to play. If it's half court, it really seems like it's going to favor. Get dunked on. Who got dunked on right there? Austin. I told him, knock out like your daddy used to. But no, if it's half court, man, it's going to favor like the athletic small forwards. The guys that are big enough to rebound, but still can shoot, still can dunk, and with a little bit of speed. A bunch of Neal Bridges. Who wants to play 3 Neal Bridges? I sure as hell don't. So, I mean, I just want to see how it plays. I'm a little bit concerned about it. Yeah, so what about you? What do you think about it?
I'm pretty excited about it, and even though it's 3-on-3, I wish they would have just threw 5-on-5 in there at least, but, because you got the made man, and then, I'm trying to get down with y'all.
And you already in, man. If this was a rap group, we would give you a necklace. You already in. So look at this score, y'all. While we was running our mouths, the Hornets came back, and if I'm not mistaken, they was up 5. So we got back in the game. Now we're up 3. So this game is definitely drawn down to the wire. And if you're a real basketball fan, you think of some of the great matchups. The first thing that comes to my mind, I know we want to say a Jordan one, but the first thing that comes to my mind is the Larry Bird, Dominique Wilkins battle. Like, these guys basically played one-on-one. They just told everybody else to move out of the way. So Neal Bridges, who had not made a 3 the entire game, makes the biggest shot of the game, makes a 3 to tie it up, and put the pressure back on us. What are you thinking at this point of the game, Q?
Man, right here, I'm just like, okay, I calmed the crowd down a little bit. I got to play some defense. They all hype, and now Durant coming down, missing that shot. So, of course, I'm cheering like a mug coming down with the...
And that's my dunk. Like, the dudes just keep taking my dunks. you know that make me feel some kind of way. So I'm like, out of all the dunks on this game, I've seen the ball see ball. There's my propeller. You know, I'm starting to feel a certain kind of way right now, man.
And after doing all of your dunks in the game, I'm like, dang, Spade should have been deeper in that dunk contest, you know?
Yeah, I was still green. By the time the dunk contest came out, you know, I ain't really have my jumping attributes real high. But it's all good. Keep an eye out for me in 2K13. I just might get in that thing, man. And Neal picks up a forced foul.
Yeah, you see how upset he is, because that was a big foul right there.
Yeah, I just ran into paint. I had no idea I would get the contact. I just ran in and hope for the best. I kind of got bailed out. Maybe that's home court love right there. But that second free throw ties the game up. We got just under 2 minutes left. It's still a tie game, and it's building up to be the great game that we told you guys it would be. But I still can't guard Neal, man.
Yeah, I just had to run by everyone on that one. I was kind of mad. I was like, okay, he tied the game up again, so I got to find a way to sneak out a little bit more. So I just ran that one in.
So I got one question I got to ask you. When I was doing my 3-quarter mix, I was just chopping it up, and I was watching. I was like, damn, this guy sure was passing to his teammates a lot. Like, is that your style to get your teammates involved, or did it just seem like they had good shots? Or, you know, how was that thing getting up?
It's funny because I always tell people that I built my player like LeBron James, and I was even kind of playing like him. Oh, man, another nasty dunk. In this game, like, I was trying to get my teammates involved, and, you know, LeBron gets criticized for the same thing, that he just needs to take over sometimes. So here in the fourth, I started to realize that we were getting blown out pretty much the first 3 quarters, so I had to find a way to, you know, bring the game closer.
And look at Serge. This is why I don't pass to my teammates. I give it to Serge. He right up under the basket, and he just threw the ball in the back of the backboard. Who does that?
Spade, you threw the ball under the net.
Well, that didn't happen in my video, Q. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm having selective amnesia.
Saw it in my video.
I know not what you speak, man. I know
So
not what you speak.
huge possession. You see, I missed that shot, man. We really needed that one. And look who's coming down to the paint.
Why is Austin in the paint every time somebody try to dunk?
I don't know. You've been getting dunked on a lot, right?
I know, man. Like, we can make a whole calendar out of posters of Austin Rivers getting dunked on. Like, we need 2 more months. He give us November and December, we all in.
So right here, man, I
get bailed out by my bigs, man. My bigs are there. Look how slow my guy is dribbling, man. He is fatigued. He is second wind.
Yeah, we all tired. I should have had that bruiser skill in this game because, Spade going up and getting blocked.
And that was me trying to get back. That's a great no call.
Oh, people, come on.
Was that a foul?
I know y'all saw that.
I really didn't see the contact. I thought it was a great no call by the ref. And, you know, listen to the crowd, man. The crowd trying to tell the people who I am. Who am I, crowd?
You know that, but at least they got the clock stopped.
Oh, man, I like that. They got a nice ring to it.
So check that out. He hit both free throws. So, of course, we're going to call a timeout, and you know what I'm thinking. You know I'm thinking I'm getting this last shot. And I expect my teammates to know that.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. Okay, buzzer beater at the end of the second, buzzer beater at the end of the third. Come on, man, not again. Not another damn buzzer beater.
So I already know they're going to try to probably put a double on me, so I'm going to
deny
right down here. And look who ends up with the ball, folks. He shoots that and misses it, so I'm pretty mad. I'm like, okay, he done shot that. I got to call a timeout.
No, you were not like, okay. You was like, what is he doing taking that shot? Like, that's the first time I heard you get upset.
So I end up with a bad 3, and I missed that one. And I got to give props to Spade. That dude is a beast, man. I know a lot of y'all criticize his gameplay and whatnot sometime, but he really is a good player, dog. I admit it.
Yeah, I mean, I have to give most of my credit. I got to give it to Crew. I mean, you look at my gameplay style, I don't play like many people. I take, you know, a lot of people go in, and if I got the mid-range, I take the mid-range. Sometimes I shoot myself out of the game, but that's the thing with a shooter. You know, sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't, but that's just my style, and I developed that style from playing Crew, so who knows? Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, but this one here, it got me to win, and, you know, this was the most fun. I hate to bash 2K in this game, but This is the most fun I had with NBA 2K12 for the entire year that I had it. I never had more fun than I had in this game.
And that's the same thing with me. I agree, man. It didn't matter to me, win or lose. We both put up numbers, and we both got bigger things ahead.
Really big things. So one of those things is this whole Full House Entertainment. So what we're gonna offer and what you can expect from us will be coming in a video soon. You guys know I'm notorious for leaving you with a little bit to think about. So that's all we got for this video, man. I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.
That's nasty. Peace.